Hello and welcome back to another video. So this is my 2023 Yamaha MT10. In today's video I'm going to be adding engine case protection and a radiator guard and oil cooler guard. Since my last video, I haven't videoed this, but I've actually added the Spider Racing black fuel cap, Quadlock wireless charger and the bar end mirrors. So one other thing I've done to the bike is I've added the Evotech Performance Frame sliders, and the bike actually came with the Evotech Performance tail tidy. So this is what I've gone for: the Evotech Performance black radiator guard and oil cooler, and I've gone for the GB Racing engine case protection. So I'm going to start with the radiator guard, then the oil cooler guard, then we'll move on to the engine case protection. Once I open this up, I'll show you why I've gone for these over the R&G. On my R6 I went for the R&G, wasn't overly happy with the finish of it. So yeah, I'll show you those in a bit. So for now, we'll get started with the radiator guard. So installing the radiator guard, we just need to remove these two side panels. Got one here with two fixings, and then you've got one here with two fixings. So I'm going to go ahead and get those off. So that is literally just a 5mm Allen key. And then that just comes away. So the indicator is still attached, so what I'm going to do is just move it out of the way slowly, like so, just so I haven't got any weight hanging on the indicator. These two fixings are what I'm going to pick up and actually secure the radiator guard in place. So this side's a little bit different, still got the two fixings, still got the indicator attached, but it's actually got the coolant bottle in there as well. So this side's a little bit more fiddly, and on this side, these two that go into the radiator, the same as the other side, are what will secure the radiator guard, not the two fixings that hold the cap on. So I'm now going to give it all a bit of a clean, ready to put the guard on. So I'm just going to try and get any sort of dead flies or anything that are sticking out of the radiator. Don't need to worry too much because I'm just going to be covered up by the new guard. But yeah, anything that's cleaned off it is a bonus. I'll do the same the other side. So I'm now just going to remove this bottle out of the way. Have a little bit of a clean behind it. So this has just got a rubber cap in the top of this, so you don't want too much weight hanging off that because that will actually drop off, but I think that's okay. So I've now moved the indicator and the plastic out of the way, and obviously you've got this bottle here now hanging. It has just got a rubber cap on it, so make sure that is on fully. Mine was off a little bit, and then that will just make sure that bottle's not going to go anywhere. So I'm just going to give it all a bit of a clean. Again, remove anything that's kind of any dead bugs in the radiator. One thing I noticed with the instructions with the radiator guard, it says every so often you should take it off and just clear out any bugs between the two, obviously to maximise airflow. So one thing you get with the radiator guard is these small foam pieces. So you get 8 of them, and you're meant to put 4 down each side, and it actually shows to put it on this edge here. I don't think these are going to last too long, but obviously once the guard is on, it's actually holding it in place. So I'm going to go ahead and fit them anyway. So like I said, 4 of these each side. Well, as you can see, these are sticky, but they are not sticking to that. So I've actually got some foam myself, and then if I just stick that down, so if I just stick that, a strip of that down there, by the time that's pushed back and fixed in, that'll do the same job. And then that'll clamp on with the radiator. So I'm now ready to offer up the radiator guard. It just comes around like that. That's pretty good. So where I've put that foam, it's holding it off, perfect with the fixings, and yeah, it's not impeding the airflow. It's holding the radiator guard off as they intended. So yeah, do the same on the other side. That's ready to go. So this side, the bolts go through the bottle, through the radiator guard, and into the radiator. So I couldn't find a torque setting for these, but as they go into the radiator, you don't want to go too tight, because you don't want to strip the threads inside. So now this side, I've just got to make sure this rubber cap is on, and then I can put this plastic cover over the lot again. Like so. And that is that side all back together. And then this side, just put the cap back on, put the plastic back on, and put the two bolts in. So now we can move on to the oil cooler. Just move the wheel out of the way. To remove the standard oil cooler guard, it's just two bolts at the top and then a 6mm bolt on the bottom. So I'll remove the two Allen key, a 5mm Allen key in the top. And then you've just got this 6mm bolt in the bottom. So this is the standard one against the Evotech Performance one. Obviously you can see the holes in this one are a lot bigger, which obviously gives you better airflow, but less protection. So this one is the Evotech Performance. All I need to do is this rubber bung put on this one. So I've taken the bung off and given it a clean from this one. I've gone to install it on the new one, but the hole is a lot smaller. There's no way I'm going to get that bung through there, because as you can see, the centre of the hole is pretty much the same as that. So I need to open this up to the same as that one, or closer. So that is a little bit closer, so I'm just going to try that. So that is now the bung moved over. Obviously, as you saw, I had to open up the hole. There was no way I was going to get it in the hole that it came with. So I'm now going to get this put on the bike. So again, just going to get any loose bits off this and then just give it a bit of a wipe down. So to install, I'm just going to do the reverse. So this actually locates on a collar that passes through the rubber bung that I put on it. So a little bit fiddly to get it in. And now I can put the bolt through. I'll just do that hand tight for now until I get the top two fixings in. And just need a 5mm Allen key to do up the top two bolts. Again, these go direct into the oil cooler bracket, so be careful not to go too tight. So that is now finished. So I'll just move the wheel a little bit so you can see. But that is a radiator guard and the oil cooler guard, both matching, covering up the dirty radiator and oil cooler. Looking pretty good. So from the front of the bike now, it's all nice and black, looking good. So let's move on to the engine case covers. So here we have the GB Racing engine case protection for the MT10. I went with this because I like the finish of this rather than the R&G that I've gone for before. This matches the frame a lot better. So yeah, let's open it up and I'll show you what I mean. So you can buy these individually or as a kit. A bit cheaper if you buy it as the kit rather than individually. So in each one you get the case protector, the fixings and the instructions. So yeah, the finish of this, once that's on, just matches the frame a lot better. The R&G ones I've used before have got like a gloss finish, and when I wash the bike they almost scratch a little bit too easy, I'd say. But yeah, this is seems a lot better quality, and yeah, looks good. So like I said, each one's got a set of instructions and the fixings you need. So the instructions cover all three of the protectors. So it also gives you the torque setting, which is 12 Newton meters on these. So yeah, it tells you what bolts, pretty straightforward. So let's go ahead and do this one as we're here. So as two of these are slightly longer with the collar, this protector has got two quite quite a bit different, quite a bit thicker, these two parts here, so I'll use the longer bolts for those. So I'll go with that. Then these two that aren't adding a lot of thickness, I'll just use the two shorter bolts. So let's go ahead and remove the bolts that we need to remove. So I'm just going to offer this up, and then I can see it's this one here. So yeah, they're not overly tight at all, so just need to be careful to put these back in. I use the correct torque setting, which is 12 Newton meters. So it's that one there. And you can see that is not going to go in any deeper than that one that is there already. And then the next one is this one here. Then this one here. And then this one here. So all of the bolts I've taken out are all exactly the same length. So these are now all the same length as I've put the longer bolts in the longer positions. So I can go ahead I pre-cleaned all the engine and everything, so it's not something I didn't need to worry about that. Whereas I wouldn't put these on top of a dirty engine. So these now I'm literally just going to wind in, just so they're in position. Just give them a slight nip. So as you can see, that and the frame all looks very good. Matches the colour of the engine as well. So it doesn't look overly in your face that I've got that on there. Obviously that's going to add a lot of protection if the bike does slide. Then next I can move on to this one. Again, I'm just going to offer it up. Which one here is these two? And this one here. And again, they are all same size. I'll just make sure the new ones aren't going to go in any further, which a couple of millimeters, but that's it. Again, just a slight nip, and then I'll come back and I will torque all of these at the same time. So that's that one done. So now we can go to the other side. So again, just check your fixings. I've got 4 of the same length. So I'll just offer this up so I can see which ones to remove. Just that one. So again, they're all the same size that I've taken out. So I'll just put a new bolt in, offer it up against the old bolt, and as you can see, same length going into the engine, so I've got no concerns there. So again, put them all in loosely. Then I'll just give them a slight nip. Then I'll come back with a torque wrench. But again, as you can see, that looks very good. Doesn't look overly in your face that I've got any kind of protection on there. So yeah, looking good. So that is those all done. So I'm going to get my torque wrench and set it to 12 Newton meters, and I'll work my way around all of the case covers. So that is that one done. Off to the other side. So that is them all tight, all at 12 Newton meters, and looking good. So that is me adding a bit more protection to the MT10. So obviously I've got the frame sliders, I've now got the radiator guard, oil cooler guard, looking pretty good, all in black. The black forks, that's looking nice. And then engine case protection, obviously no fairings, so that's all exposed. But now that is looking pretty good. Still looking OEM, but a lot of protection, so very good. To show you the other side. So yeah, looking very nice. So that is the MT10, protected, looking good, and ready for the road again. So I will take it for a quick ride, get it up to temperature, make sure there's no leaks. I can't see why there would be, because I've not taken the covers off fully or affected the gaskets at all. But yeah, I'll do that as just because I can. So join me next time where there'll be a new bike on the channel. So don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.